Now repeat. I really wanna get with your style and your techniques and put it on repeat. I'm thinking maybe I could give you something you can repeat and put it on repeat. It's kinda getting heated, had to put it on pause. I ain't wanna be that broad you in the car, but
hello world, and it is your girl Danielle, and I am here with your favorite talk show. Yes, I did say favorite talk show, S.I.S, Spill Its Sister, Season 2. So I'm gonna jump right into it because of course we don't like to waste any time here, and I know you have been waiting with anticipation. Remember last year on S.I.S during our Women Empowerment series, I said when I was younger I wanted to be a stripper. Well, guess what? My dreams have not come true fully, but I'm learning about it. And I have a magnificent teacher. She is the owner of Girl on a Pole Studio in Nassau, Bahamas. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one time for Raphy. So this is Raphy. This is my guest today. As you can see, Renique is not here. I want to send some love to her. She's feeling a bit under the weather. So Renique, we're going to hold it down for you today for this Women Empowerment series. So Raphy,
hey,
let's jump right into the conversation.
Let's get into it.
This is a woman that exudes confidence.
I try.
And I want to really dub this episode, The Power of the Pole. My producer tell me don't. But I feel like I should.
You know, woman don't listen. So. Do your thing.
Because the pole dancing is such a... First of all, it is something that we were taught to look down upon.
Yeah, true.
However, I always had an interest in it. I wanted to, strip and pay through school. But as I got older...
Okay.
As I got older, I'm looking at the pole now, and you said it to me the other day, that women come here to build self-esteem, to feel better about themselves, to really express themselves freely without judgment. So when you do encounter those women, tell us exactly, what's the process? How do they break out of their shell? What all have you experienced from the power of the pole?
Well, I think for me, it's like a long process in terms of, people don't expect it. They don't come here with the full intent, oh, I'm going to break free. I'm going to, start worrying about X, Y, Z. I think most people worry about just get me sexy, just put me on the pole. But then, you begin to respect pole dancing in terms of you really have to take it. There's levels to this, right?
Yep.
So I think the levels to it really breaks you down and make you understand, dancing is just like life, honestly. It starts off slow. You got to gain that confidence. You got to learn some technique, build yourself along the way, not only on the pole, but off the pole too. And I think, they notice how it goes hand in hand and just spills over. For me, dance is confidence. Dance is so much. To just even show up here, pay for a class, come in and get involved into it. I think that's even powerful within itself.
Yeah.
Just to show up, out, on Doswell Street. I mean, because, people think I be playing. I'm like, no, girl, we on Doswell Street. You got to come.
So, for our international viewers, Doswell Street has a history. A very sexually promiscuous.
I guess this used to be a red light district. Yeah, this is our version of a red light district. You remember in school they were that's your mom on
Doswell Street. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody know that. That comes with the territory. We know what Doswell Street about.
So I really want to get into it. Why this space is so ideal for this Women Empowerment Series Part 2. And that is because the more I grow into my womanhood, the more I realize we just go through a lot, And we just go through a lot of things that, nobody prepares us for.
Agreed.
And one of those things is being a woman of business. You have some persons that will not take your advice, or they'll listen to a man before they listen to you. It's the whole instance of misogyny. It's still very rampant in this community. It's just very silent. And you have males and females that judge.
Yeah.
Then you have to go home, take care of your household, cook, clean, wash clothes, take care of a child for those that have children. There's no surprise here. So all of that is so much to deal with. And that's why I can fully understand as a woman gets older, she begins to slip just a little bit and lose herself because so much is going on around her. And I think what you're doing here with Girl on a Pole is perfect because it allows everybody to strip away all that they're dealing with and feel sexy in their own skin.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you had to overcome a moment of misogyny, and that was put on public display.
Yeah.
So it was on Facebook. It was a video on Facebook.
Yeah.
And let me tell you how bad she is. You know how I found out about it? She posted it.
You gotta clean it. I mean, if you can badmouth me, like, let's get into it now.
So the gentleman said, because we're not going to call his name. We're not going to give anybody that power.
No.
That this was the problem. You are not fit to teach pole dancing classes, number one. Number two, you're overweight. You just had baby and you don't lose the baby weight yet.
And the comparison.
Yeah, the comparison was, so I just said, because this is 100% real, the comparison was between you and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the crazy thing about it. You are calling this woman out on her weight after she's just had baby and she's trying to grow a business.
Mm-hmm.
You post that. Tell me exactly, how did you deal with that public scrutiny?
You know, I'm very easygoing in terms of, like, I don't let shit get to me like that. So, like, for me, I was taken back by it, but I wasn't too bothered by it because, like, it comes with the territory. That's just what people do, right? But at the end of the day, I preach a certain thing here, and that's like, don't let men dictate how you should act, or don't let men dictate anything that you want to do. I want to teach pole dancing at this particular way. I'm not going to let somebody boss me around and tell me, oh, I'm not fit enough. I'm not. No. Let's address him. At first, I took that step, like, just ignore him. But then I was like, that's like going against your principle, you know?
Yeah.
Which you teach here. So I was like, you know what? Get this video. Let's download it. Let's address him. And I just thought it was wrong on many levels. Like to say, okay, you're not certified. I'm certified 3 times to teach pole dancing. That's like sure I want it to be. You know, like bringing something new to the Bahamas. No one's ever done it. You're going to get judged this. Make sure you come correct.
Yeah.
So I was like certified 3 times. So, okay, whatever. And, you know, the stuff he was quoting, I'm like, those things don't even exist. The TRX pole dancing, something. I'm like...
He making up his own classes.
Anyway, yeah, let's just skip that part. And then my student said to me, you know, you taught his wife for 3 classes? I'm like, for real? So she's just like, yeah, see her here in the video. I'm like, oh, so now they just want to teach pole dancing. They could just teach pole dancing too, though. Like, you know, it don't have to be like that. I have students who tell me, Raphy, I think I want to teach. I go, come, let me teach you how to pole dance. It's not, I'm not even that type of person. But yeah, I had to rise up against that because it's the exact message I tell people all the time. You can't let people dictate to you or let people make you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
I certified. Whether I fat or skinny or medium or whatever, I'm going to teach people regardless. I taught your wife. Enough to, like, make her want to make y'all pole dance because clearly you was pole dancing in heels too.
Yeah.
So clearly I made my impression on y'all. So you don't got to bad mouth it, man. Just hit me up and be like, hey, I think I want to pole dance too. Well, come, let me teach you how to pole dance. But you know, this is the Bahamas. He's man. I's woman, I guess. And that's just the way it was supposed to go. But yeah, I didn't feel no type of way about it. I was brought up in a way like, I have like a lot of brothers. And it just, you know, trash talking, shit talking comes with the territory. So it makes you like, you know, hard on the exterior. But, so it carries over, like interior wise. So I can't let things like that get to me. You know? So I just took it. I ran with it. I made more money from it.
Yes, yeah. No publicity is bad publicity. Like, you took that like a champ and you threw that over your shoulders and you carried that, which shows that you have strong... Let me just have, you have strong shoulders. Y'all ever pole dance? Let me tell you how difficult it was for me climbing up that pole. Like, I wake up the next morning, all of this was so sore.
Aching.
I will never.
Yeah, don't not nasty. Yeah, like you say, the power of the pole. Like, people come, they say, okay, yeah, it's fun. But then, like, when you really get into it, they're like,
Yeah.
I didn't expect this, right? So, yeah. And then a lot of times, I think I always wanted to stay like this size because this is my weight naturally. When I say naturally, I eat a healthy diet, I live a healthy life, I'm always active. It's just me. I was born this way, I was always thick, you know. Anytime I was lean, that was over excessively, like going to the gym twice a day, making sure I run, making sure I have like a strict diet. I just tired of it. When I opened, I was like, listen, man, this is who I am. If y'all don't like it, y'all don't like it. But I think it's rather funny though. Even when people walk in, they be like, Sheen instructor. Because I always like walk in with my headphones.
Really, they judge you just like that?
Yes. Yeah. So if they look at the photos on the wall, they'll be like, how you get up there? Like Photoshop. And they believe me. But you know, it's not until I get in there, I teach you, and they be like, man, you doing this shit for real. And I'm like, I told y'all.
Yeah, this friend here could move and could dip. And me is strong. Me is very strong. But one thing we're going to get to in our next segment, Raphy, is you have a best friend that is a female that I met.
Which one?
That's Glenn.
Oh, Glenny.
Yeah, Glenny.
That is pretty cool, yeah.
And Glenny is a dancer as well. So we're going to talk about how we can build relationships and sustain those relationships and support each other in our next segment. So we'll be right back after this commercial break. See you all in like 2 minutes. Hello world, it is your girl Danielle here, and I am switching up the game just a little bit and bringing you a new way to live remote in the 21st century. This is Mogul Moves, and we are giving you the ultimate promotional experience. Live stream remotes available for your Facebook page or on YouTube. Book us today for all of your promotional needs. Welcome back to S.I.S, the power of the pole. I don't care what my producers say. I like that. So,
guess he can't exit now.
So when I came into Girl on pole dance studio, I went into the heels class. So I did the pole dancing class like earlier last year before all of COVID, right?
Yeah.
So I did the heels dancing class, right?
Yeah.
And it was a mess. Like, it was rough for me. Like, it's rough. Don't mind Beyonce.
It wasn't that bad though.
And that's what I love about being here. And
It wasn't bad at all. I'm seeing like it wasn't bad.
thank you. I could show y'all the pop I learned.
Then the drop.
And the drop.
The dip.
Yeah. And I just can't swing my head.
No, you don't understand. Like swinging like a ball head is be more sexy than with hair, you know. You just have to do it. Yeah, you got to commit to it. Yeah, so swing it and rub it at the same time.
And you hear how she talking to me now? In there, they'd be like, yes. The time you falling over, you know, you losing your balance.
Good, right?
It does.
Like who gonna hype you up like that in real life?
Exactly, and that's it right there. So my best friend started to make a very conscious effort, and she challenged me as well to block out the negativity.
Yes, please.
Because what we do a lot is we say women don't support other women. But the reality is, from your story, men don't support us like that either. Some of them is mask it really well.
Yeah.
But some of them really don't care. So why is it that we continuously like try to bring each other down? Even when we say, mind you, I might not intentionally bringing you down, but the minute I say women don't support other women, then I'm generalizing everybody.
True.
So I need to block I need to put that blockage out. If you don't support me, then that's fine. But I
Yeah.
will focus on the people.
Who support me, yeah.
Exactly. And I saw that with you and Glenn.
Yeah.
When I met y'all the first time, it was a party.
Yeah, well, we stay lit. Yeah.
It was a big party, and you guys were so welcoming, even with this here. Like, I know her for years. We know each other all but like a month.
Yeah.
A month and a half. And you here.
True.
And you're here because you are about support
Yeah.
in every which way possible. So I want to ask you, because you're a mother, you own a business,
Mm-hmm.
then you also have another side hustle.
Yep.
The importance of having another female that you can confide in,
Mm-hmm.
that can help you along this whole journey called life.
Yeah.
Because like we stated before, we balance with low self-esteem sometimes because we lose ourselves. You know, when we put on weight, people calling us thick, out of shape, diet plans. We go through all kind of things as women. So for you, how do you combat all of that along with your friend?
So I've been blessed in terms of like my students turned into my friends and now they feel like family. So I have like a lot of that. I have legit, I opened up and there were students that I taught from the day I opened up and like now they have keys in my studio. I'm like,
Really?
yeah. Like that's just the way it is. I have like maybe 4 to 5 people that have keys in my studio. And if I'm like, hey, I'm running late, they could teach a class to me, they could open up, they could sell, they could do whatever. They just hang out in here. You know, that's the extent of it. They aren't like, okay, my cousin or my sister. No, these are ladies that walked in as my clients. And now they feel like, heck, they're my child's godmothers. Like, for real. I'm like, hey, I can't get her from school. They get her. So, yeah, pole dancing creates, like, really deep relationships because you share so much with these people, right? And then when you come here, you just ready to strip down in terms of, I don't care what you're doing. I just here for me. And because you're at that point now, right?
Yeah.
I think I've spoken to, like, clients, and when I check the message, and they be like, I was supposed to come here from a long time, be like, sis, you talked to me in 2015. And she just come here. She said, no, girl, I had to get prepared. I had to get ready. I'm like, it took you 4 or 5 years to get ready, girl? I'm like serious with that because they tell you, well, you know, I had to wait for my child to go off to school. I had to wait for this. I had to wait for, you know, to get this amount of funds or whatever. And when they come here, they're just ready. They're just ready to just rock and roll. Like, teach me this, teach me that. I always wanted to be this. I always wanted to, you know what? This person told me I was this when I was small. You know, it all comes out in here. It's like therapy in here. Trust me, nothing I never hear. Nothing we never drink wine to. I'm telling you, it's relationships here, they run deep. I've even seen like other students make friends. Like they don't even come to pole anymore, but you see them and they still cool. But that was their friend like from pole dancing. And you see them dip back in together. They still friends together. The other girls, I mean, it's just like one huge big family.
So tell us, how do you get women to strip away first of all, the judgment of pole dancing and also what they feel about themselves?
I think I just bring it raw and real. Like, I don't have time for the fluff. I don't have time for the get up. I don't have time to, you know, address all these extra issues. But we just had to deal with the thing that we all came together to do, and that's pole dancing. We just, you know, focus on that. And what I tend to do is when I teach you a move, I literally, like, correlate it to things that happen in life. Like, they'll come here and say, oh, I want to do a genie. I'd be like, not today, sis. You got some work to do.
What is a genie?
You know? Girl, you like hanging off the pole, off the side like this. I'll show you a photo later. Like for real, you only hold it on the pole with the back of your two knees. I'm like, no, you're not gonna do that today. You stick with it and I'm gonna take you there. So, and I feel like life is just like that. We want a lot of things without preparation. You just want to boom, take off. I want the money. Boom, take off. I want the promotion. Boom, take off. I want to become a mom, but you didn't prepare. You didn't. Pole dancing is just like life. You got to prepare. You got to build that foundation. And then we're going to build on that. And then you're going to see some things starting to happen. I've never thought a pole dancer who came in here And on the first day, she was Gemini and a Scorpio and side V in.
It's a process.
I don't care how strong you are, what you've been lifting. Or when you come here, it's just like a whole different thing. Just fall in line and do what I say, and we can be all right. So I find that when I do that, and I do make the clear distinction between here's what happened on the pole, here's what happens in life. You know, like if I want them to do a move, I'll tell them, like, I'll give them a motive. Like, pretend you're X, Y, Z. And it becomes a part of you.
I like to pretend like I was Beyonce.
Yeah, most of us do.
Yeah, because she's the No, Rihanna.
Oh, Lord.
Rihanna.
I would prefer if you stick to Beyonce. I think I too fond of Rihanna and the moves.
Oh, yeah, but Rihanna's like... She could twerk.
She just have a vibe, you know. Like if you like notice, she just cool and she have a vibe. But no, B, she coming to stomp y'all.
With those heels. So my question is, why pole?
You know, for me, I feel like it chose me. Like I didn't go looking like, oh, I wanted. You know, I
were you at a strip club one day and you're just like, huh?
No. I have a phobia of strip clubs. I don't like strange people touching me. But I know, I'm guilty, and yeah, no one would expect that. But yeah, I have a phobia of like being in strip clubs and like having them girls touch me. And you know, nothing against it, but it just ain't my cup of tea.
Yeah,
you know, it's not. Now I could watch male dancers.
Well, you know, I have some producers on set, and I feel as though if they want to get in shape, that there's nothing wrong. If y'all see their face, if y'all see their face, but why pole? How did it call you?
I was overweight. I did already do everything in the book. These things is boring. Like running, I'm tired. It's like nothing. Like you had no reward for running. You'd be like, tell your friends, well, hey, you know, I did 3 miles yesterday. Yeah, great for you. Like nobody cares. Same thing. You go to the gym. Yeah, great. You could buy stuff, girl, 25 bucks. Yeah, nobody cares. But you do a pole dance video, like check out my video, you be like, what?
Yes!
Like girls interested, men interested, my mom interested, everybody interested. But I went to Atlanta, came back, I tried a class, and boy, that was it for me. I
fell in love with the pole.
It. I like the reward. You just don't walk away with being sweaty and... No, like everybody have a goal. Like they want to be on the wall. They tell me that all the time. Put me on the wall. I'm like, you gotta earn a spot there. So it's always like something to give back. They want to hit these moves. They want a video for the ground. They want their photos, and it just makes you feel accomplished. You go home, you stare at your photo, you get ready for your photo shoot, you do it again, you learn some more tricks. It's like so much to conquer and so much to overcome. So. But hey, I love pole. I love pole.
I like it too. Like the choreo I learned last week.
With your dip and your drop?
With the dip and the drop. I've been doing it now for a whole week.
Well, you've been dipping and dropping now.
I've been somebody phone on loud on set. I've been dipping and dropping now for a week. But let me tell you. So I've always through this journey with S.I.S. From back in 2019, y'all know I've been always preaching about confidence. But when I'm able to move in heels, my confidence level, like, passes. Yeah, and definitely on a fitness journey as well, you begin to grow a discipline.
Yeah.
And with trying different things, with the pole, with my, I also train with, I could drop your name in here, Just Lift, you're welcome. With even training with them, it just gives you a sense of discipline, and you look at yourself a little differently, and you arch your back more, and I could do this. You was not like, you just be feeling yourself. You was feel yourself more. You was stand up, you know.
Yeah, it's different, yeah.
And I think especially, as I said earlier, the more and more, the older I get, the more and more sometimes your ego can get bruised, especially as a woman. Because you're seeing that you would legit have a world that already has a perspective on what a woman is supposed to be. And you're battling against that.
Yeah.
So, girl on pole dance studio. The power of the pole. I would encourage you all to come here. Raphy is a realist, y'all.
Thank you, Cyril.
And she definitely amps you up 100% all the way through. And I adore you so much for your confidence. There is a picture of her. I think I could put it up with you holding up on the railing. Like she levitating off the railing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was into some crap.
So if you had something to say to women out there to close us out, what would your words of encouragement be?
Like, do your thing. Like, figure out what means most to you. Figure out what your thing is. Figure out what you love. Figure out everything about you and make your world about you. Like, design your world about you. And I feel like when you do that, you walk in this element and you just make this safe space for yourself where nobody can enter. Like when you bring negative, like you have a superpower, like negativity.
Got it out.
Brokenness, never. So it's like when you do that, it really amps you up to a level like it makes you almost untouchable in a way, you know?
That's it.
So it's like, and I feel like my mom did a good job, like instilling that in me. It's like that's something I always took with me. Like, if that's what you want, go do it. If there's consequences, you deal with it.
Yeah.
If there's a reward, you reap it, you know? And I've always been true to that. People always ask me, like, what people going to say about you pole dancing on Nassau Street? I'm like, I love it, I swear. I created it, I love it. You're going to come here, you're going to do it with me. What you going to do? What you going to do? Just tell them I teach people how to strip, which I don't, right? But
yeah,
it's
she's not teaching you how to be a stripper. She's teaching you pole dance. And there's a difference. But what I love is also there's a picture here with her hanging off the sign with say Nassau Street.
Guess what? That was divine because that picture was taken like 2 years before I had my studio. When I actually wanted to pole dance and I said, you know what, I want a studio. And I started looking, I'd be like, hey, how much is your rent? And be like, what do you want to do? I tell them, and they go like, no, you can't strip here. You know, like legit, I could not find a building. I had 14 buildings on the list and everyone told me no. When I came here, it was in the rain. I'll never forget this. A January in the rain. I was like ready to like just give up. And the guy, he came out, he was like, yeah, I'll open it up for you. And we just went in. And I remember this photo when I was opening up. I was like, wait, what are the odds? And she was the only one who was like, well, I trust you if that's what you say you're going to do. And that was another example of like a woman supporting a woman. She said, I know how hard it is in business. I'm going to give you this building. I'm going to trust you to follow through to your word. You said you only want to teach pole dancing in the building. I'm going to trust you and allow you to do just that.
So they had a problem with you teaching pole dance in a building?
Yes, I got my website ready. I showed them my certs, everything on my website. Everybody's like, nope, you can't strip here. Nope, you can't strip here. Nope. This is the only place. Like, it was made to be, I swear. The only place.
That's crazy.
Yeah?
But it goes to, again, the stigma that we...
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I love that picture of you hanging on Nassau Street. I tell you,
It was meant to be.
It's about you taking control of your life.
Of your everything. Your life, your kids, your anything that you possess. You have to control that. If you allow people or you wait on somebody to praise you because you're looking for a praise just to feel like you're worthy, you ain't gonna never get that. Because that means if you wake up looking for some praises today and somebody say, but you won't have no hair. Like,
and I don't know hair from high school. So my hair was struggling from high school.
But if you be like, I know I don't have no hair, and thank you. It's a difference. I watch like women all the time, the way they take like even criticism from me in the class. If I be like, that move was shitty, do it again. You can see like some people would be like, some people will fall versus some people would like, they'll double back and be like, I'm gonna get this. You know, so it's like different, and you have to teach them. If I say a move was shitty, that's more incentive for you to get into it.
Yeah,
I might have to come back and like, you know, talk it down and pat it down. But bitch, you're gonna get this before you leave.
Exactly, and we all gonna dance with Beyonce one day.
You know,
we all gonna dance with Beyonce. Me and Raphy could be dancing with Beyonce one day. Watch the move. Pow. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to another episode of S.I.S. I love you so much, Raphy.
I'm here for you, darling.
This is my pole sister.
You gotta believe.
And I gotta go. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Spill It. Oh,
Yeah.
guess what? This is why I love my team. We're supposed to say cheers to us moment. So what are we cheersing to today, Raphy?
You know what I would really like to give cheers to? The same thing that you said. You know, like just women supporting women. If it wasn't for my landlord, like none of this would have been possible. Like nobody wanted to give me a try, and she even like was under scrutiny because she, like her colleagues, she's a lawyer. Her colleagues would be like, nah, how you get the pole dancer between two law officers? What you doing?
Oh, there's 2 law officers here?
Yes!
Oh,
like
this
she's
is a good time.
upstairs. And for real, like she would call me, she'd be like, Robbie, they calling me, asking me if I downstairs on my lunch break. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, it's fine. And when I say, like, I feel like that was the start of it for me in business. She even took her time and gave me some business tips, what to do, what not to do.
That's
and it was
amazing.
like, I feel like that talk, which she even gave me, like even trusting me to say, well, you know, if you say that's what you're going to do. And she was the only woman to do that. All those other owners of those buildings, they were males. I'm telling you, it wasn't until I met her and I walked in her office. She said, I think it's interesting. She even asked me, she's like, do you think this is going to catch on? I was like, I don't know, but I got to try. She was like, okay.
And she
was like, business is hard already. So, like, for you to go in there and, like, you ready for that? And
in the Bahamas.
yeah.
A pole dancing class in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, even when they ask me about their small business, I say, listen, if I could pole dance on Nassau Street, you could do anything. This is my 6th year in business. Like, 6th year in business, survive a pandemic. You could do anything.
Yeah, you can. You honestly can. And that's definitely a cheers to that. I am cheersing to another great episode of S.I.S. and also building a relationship with Raphy and also Glenn and the other instructors here at Girl on a Pole. I'm also cheersing to my tribe of women that support me through and through. I honestly don't know where I'd be without plenty of them. And I honestly and truly have a big tribe and they spread wide. I have a clique. We don't fight no more. We just hire people to fight.
What is this?
But thank you, ladies, so much. And thank you. I cannot ever do a S.I.S episode without saying thank you to everybody that watch, like, subscribe. If you're watching and you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel as yet, please subscribe. Thank you so much. And cheers to years where you block out the negativity and you step out in positivity.
Amen.
And you take control of your life and possess the power of the pole.
I know.
Thank you. This is S.I.S. See you next time.
Let me sip to that, girl. You play too much.
The power of the pole. The power of the... Y'all want me dip and do the... Y'all want me to do the pork?
Do it on here. Do it on here.
Let me do the pork. Let me do the pork.